Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about a story. Well, basically, this is a story time about something real that I went through. All right, this is basically like modeling in Atlanta, story time type of thing, right? So if you're new to my channel, hey, how you doing? Come subscribe, come with the vibes, come get the vibes, all that good stuff. Become part of my family, my channel, my vibe, because we just vibing around here, right? But anyway, if you're returning, welcome back. Great to see you. Happy you came by to listen to this crazy story time, all right? And how I dodged a bullet, because I dodged this bullet, thank God, okay? Hallelujah. But yeah, let me get to this video because this is something that's serious, okay? And I had to come make this video, and yeah, let me just jump straight into it. So this is basically, like I said, about me modeling here in Atlanta, right? So I was on Instagram one day scrolling, right, minding my business, looking at other people's pages, stuff like that, liking pics, looking for gigs also, and then submitting to gigs. So that was really like what I was doing on my phone at the time. And I remember getting a message in my inbox, and I'm like, okay, somebody inboxed me. So I'm like, okay, I've been submitting to castings and stuff. I'm thinking somebody hit me up about that. So went to my inbox, wound up seeing like, a new person's name, and it wasn't somebody that I had, submitted to. So I'm like, okay, who is this? And it was this guy. It was a guy on Instagram, and I had actually liked one of his posts. He was looking for girls to host a club, right? So I actually liked the post, and I was like, oh shoot, okay. He was like, oh, this, that, and third, sending some pics, whatever the case is. And I'm like, the rates that he was going for, well, the pay for the gig was $1,000, right? So he was basically looking for girls to host a night at the club that Future was supposed to be there. So he was just like, oh, this and the third, I would love to have you come out and host. Just send your pictures in, this, that, and the third. I'll send you the details, right? So I'm like, oh shoot, I'm like, it's lit. Like, what I'm saying? Like, this will be my first hosting that I've actually accepted, but I was like, this is gonna be my first time hosting, and Future gonna be there. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be networking. This is like a good opportunity for me. I wound up sending him some, I think like 3 photos I sent him. And these are pictures that's already on my page, right? So he ain't seen nothing that nobody ain't seen already. So I'm like, these are regular pictures that's on my page. Send him my phone number so he can send me the information. So I'm waiting, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, this is literally going to be lit. Like, I'm saying? I'm going to be able to enjoy myself. And I'm branching into hosting because, like I said, I know that's easy money. Just be, pretty and get paid to party in a section, turn up, whatever the case is. Sometimes you get to bring friends with you to fill up a section. So I was like, this is good. This is a good opportunity for me. And like, excuse me, the pay, $1,000 to party for a couple hours, like that's a no-brainer, right? So I was all for it, right? So I sent him my number. And I remember getting a text message, and he was just like, oh, okay, this is the details. And then he sent me another message, right? So I'm like, okay, bet. He sent me another message. And I wish I could go through my phone, but I'm recording on my phone right now. But I remember this, like I said. He basically was like, I want you to come out and party. Like the day before, I want you to come out and party with me, just to party. Like, and I'm going to pay you $500 to come out just to party. And he was like, no hosting. This is not a hosting thing. And I was just like, well, how many other girls did you already hit up to do the hosting gig? Because I'm just like, I wanted to know, like, how many girls is going to be there. And he was just like, I just hit you up so far. And I was like, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I like that. I don't like that for myself. Like, just me so far. Like, people going to jump on this. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I liked his post. He probably saw my stuff, whatever. But he was just talking about coming to party the night before, and I was going to get paid $500 just to come party. That sounded weird to me. So red flag went up. I was like, okay, what do you mean? Oh, just come out. Like, I got you. Just come out, whatever. And I was just like, okay, you know. After that, he sends another message, like, as I'm reading now, he sends another one. And he's like, and I'm going to give you $10,000. And I'm going to give you $10,000. Okay, sorry, y'all. I had to delete some space in my damn phone. Because like I said, I'm recording from my phone. But like I said, he was talking about, I'm going to give you $10,000. I'm not no fool. I'm not desperate, thank God, to meet people, to network. Literally, my time will be my time, and I know God will usher me into that. And I don't have to do nothing strange for 10,000 or for a piece of change, none of that. So when he said that, I immediately was like, okay, this is very fishy. I said, why would you give me $10,000? He said, why wouldn't I? You're beautiful. Like, first of all, that's not even a good enough response to the question. I need details, not because I'm beautiful. So I wound up calling my sister up and telling her about it. And I'm just like, this is what he's saying. I'm like, I don't know if he's just a guy that just got money like that to blow, because I live in Atlanta. Well, I live outside of Atlanta, first of all. But just hanging around in Atlanta, when I go out, I hang in Atlanta. There's scammers. There's all kind of guys out here. And you don't really meet guys that's just ready to give you $10,000 just because you're beautiful. Even if they want to sleep with you, that's never the pitch. Like, girl, I'll give you $10,000, like, you know, to take you shopping at Lenox, get a little, you know, little bag, a little Chanel bag or two, you know, get your little shopping spree on, whatever. Like, I've never met no guys like that. Maybe because I don't get out that often, but when I go out, I look good. I look, you know, really nice. So people do approach me, but literally I've never been hit with that line ever in my life before. And, you know, I'm still planning on living life, but I've so far never got hit with no mess like that. So I'm like, $10,000 because I'm beautiful? Like, you must be a fool. And if you're a fool, I feel bad for you, because if you're in Atlanta and you out here just giving $10,000 to females, they're going to use you the hell up. But sometimes guys know that. And I just was like, is he one of these guys that just want to pay to play, basically? I don't know. So I basically was telling him, like, no, thank you. I don't need $10,000, but I'll come do the hosting. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, he trying to have sex with me. At that point, I'm like, if you are going to try to give me $10,000 to go shopping, because he was like, just to go shopping, right? Get yourself something nice. And I was like, he's going to want to sleep with me. And of course, I'm like, no, I'm not about to sleep with, you know, with no guy for no $10,000. You know, I have 2 kids, but mama ain't out here hard for money like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. So, told him no. He must not have expected it, or probably wasn't hoping for it, of course. But I just was calling like BS on him. And I looked, I'm like, his comments was turned off. I'm like, well, I don't see no comments. I'm seeing a lot of pictures. I go on his page. It's a lot of like videos or video of him walking around some house with platinum plaques. You know, he's talking about he's a songwriter for Chris Brown, Omarion. What's that guy group with the boys, the teenage boys? Mindless Behavior. Usher. He writes for all these people, right? He's a songwriter. And his something was like something pen, like him writing something with a pen. Kingpin, not Kingpin, something with a pen, basically. But his name on Instagram, because like I said, I'm here to expose this guy, because I'm mad that people aren't out here putting this information out. His name at the time was Falsetto, okay? His name was Falsetto, and he's since changed it because he recently hit me back up, probably not remembering that he hit me up before, but he hit me up again, out of nowhere. I might have popped up on his Explore page, I don't know, but he hit me up on some like brand new, like he's never hit me up before. And I'm like, he must not have remembered that he contacted me. Never, like I said, after that, I wasn't interested in doing the hosting anymore. He kept saying, I need to know if you're gonna do the hosting, I need to know. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I was letting my whole family know about this guy. Told them, I said, you know, I'm not going to do the hosting. It's just weird vibes. Like, you know, if I do go, I want my sisters to come with me to the club that night. You know, like, just be there incognito. Like, just watch, you know, peep. Like, you know. And I want to get my money up front for the hosting. I want my $1,000 up front before I come, because I wanted to network at that event, right? But anyway, I just was, like, real on edge about him at that point. And what happened? He started telling me he had a club he was opening up here. in Atlanta. He was looking for bartenders, hookah girls. He was looking for the full staff. He kept having these videos on his page of a club. Like, he's inside of some club that was supposedly here in Atlanta. He's from LA, came to Atlanta, opened up a business. He had videos of him with people from like Love and Hip Hop LA, Love and Hip Hop Miami. So I'm like, he knows people. It was kind of like, this guy got a good scam going, because you see him with celebrities. Then in some of the videos, what was funny was some of the people that he was like next to, putting the camera up on, like whatever, looked irritated, like, I do, like he might have just walked up to them and did that, like, hey, what's up, you know, trying to get some credible, you know, some credible footage, you know, to make it look real. And I'm like, maybe he is a friend of somebody that's in the industry, because he's walking through somebody's house that has plaques on their hallway walls, like lining the hallway. So he knows somebody. He's in a house, going up the stairs, plaques lining the wall, up the stairway, you know, down that hall. So he knows somebody, and he's using their, you know, their lifestyle to scam females, specifically models. But yeah, he's using it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here, like I said, to put a stop to it, because I'm upset. Like I said, I was like, I have to make this video, because no one is out here talking about these things and like name dropping. Everybody wants to be, oh, I'm not going to say this photographer's name, or I'm not going to say this person's name. No, say it. If you're going to put the evidence out there and the screenshots, don't blur out the name. Don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to put nobody's number up there so people can harass them, but let people know who this person is. If you're going to come out to try to warn people, warn them. Don't say, oh, it's a dog outside, or it's a dog down the street. In that area, it's a vicious dog that's in that area, but don't describe what kind of dog it is. Talk about the dog, the color, the breed, you know what I'm saying? Like, was he foaming at the mouth or no? You know what I'm saying? Like, did he, you know, what, talk about it. Like, don't just scratch the surface and have people out here wondering who's who and trying to find Waldo in a crowd full of people. We don't got time for that. As women, we got to protect each other. As models out here, we have to speak up. Look out for the next chick. Look out for somebody like myself who's basically like still new to this whole thing. I've done photo shoots with credible photographers. I've booked people myself, but when people contact me, I'm not really sure who's who, especially if they got evidence and footage on their page like Homeboy. I could have been duped, and I could have been bamboozled if I was desperate and I really like, okay, this is what happens. This is what the lifestyle comes with. You out here modeling, people hit you up, they making all kind of buku money. First of all, I know for sure that people ain't out here making that much money. With a page like mine, I'm like, for me, I'm hard on myself about my Instagram page. I'm like, I need way more photos. I need my stuff to be more lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know it attracts people. The better your page looks, the more consistent you are, and the more jobs that you've done and gigs and work on your page, then you can start pricing. You can start telling people, for me to show up, you're going to have to give me this amount of money. For me to host, yeah, you're going to have to give me this amount of money. And a lot of people that I've seen that's credible will say the payment is based upon your experience or your follower count. Bada boom, bada bing. So I know certain things. But with him, like I said, wound up coming across a video of a girl that I met at a gig. My homegirl now, she's so cool, but I met her. Come to find out, she got a channel. I went and supported her channel. She got scammed by him, well, almost got scammed by him. And I was just like, the same dude. Hit her up the same way. Like I said, getting back to the story, he was talking about he had the plug on music videos, Cardi B, Lil Baby, Chris Brown, Dream Doll, the list goes on, right? But everybody who hot right now, like he just had everybody who's hot right now. Like these are the videos that people gonna want to be in, right? So he hitting with the heavyweights, right? The price, I keep saying the price, the payment was like $1,200 for a Cardi B video. You want to be in this video, you're gonna make $1,500. For a Chris Brown video, you're getting $1,800, and you're getting flown out to LA. And for Cardi B, you're gonna get flown out to NY. And for Queen Naija, because he had her on the list, this one is in Atlanta. Lil Baby, this one is in Atlanta on this day. He had Mulatto on there. Literally, he had the artist, how much you would get paid if you were chosen. And first of all, no, you was gonna be chosen. You are going to be chosen because you paid a deposit to be in the video. If you're in his database, you got the look, this, and the third, you gonna get the part because you're paying to basically get in. You paying $200 to be like, put me in this video. Like, let me get a spot in your video. And once you do that, first of all, you're refunded the deposit. Once you get to the video and you get paid, you're refunded the deposit. But it goes to cover like some of the expenses or whatever, right? That, like I said, the payments, I've done music videos before. Never have I done one for an A-list celebrity, A-list rapper. I got booked for one. Sad to say, that was the day that I didn't even make the shoot. You know what I'm saying? I wound up, my daughter was sick, had to go to the hospital. The dude calling me, where you at? Like, I need you to do some behind the scene footage for this one. It's a big one. I'm like, I'm at the hospital. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even know who the artist was, because sometimes they don't tell you. They just tell you that you got chosen for the video that you submitted for. But yeah, so I've never done a video for a celebrity to date right now. But I was like, the payment is not that much. Like, it's just not, you know what I'm saying? Unless they have an extreme budget and they just go all out with graphics. Normally you don't get paid no thousands of dollars. When you're a just regular girl on Instagram that's pretty and you got like 1,000 followers like myself, or you got 5,000, like I said, you got to really be sought after to start like getting money like that. You got to be able to charge people and be saying, I demand this to show up. And you got to be, you know, you got to have some type of rank out there basically to get that kind of bread when you're doing something or sleeping with somebody or something that that's not normal, right? But yeah, I wasn't about to give him none of my money, so I just got the list and I was just like, oh, okay, this look fishier. And come to find out, after the girl that I met, I watched her video, I saw the layout of the message. It was the same exact layout. I knew it was him. She wound up putting his face in the video, which I was so happy about, because I was like, that's the same guy. That's the same exact dude. And I had heard girls on Instagram like talking about being scammed, talking about guys, but they wasn't saying what the page was. They wasn't saying anything that would have helped people avoid the encounters. They're not saying block this page. Like, maybe somebody could be going around saying it, but it's not being put out there. People's not spreading the information. Like, this information should be on your Instagram stories. Like, when people go to your page and they see your stories, you should have a tab up there if you're in a certain industry to help girls that follow you and may look up to you avoid creeps out there. You know, instead of putting on the glitz and the glam and the vacations and the plates of food and the drinks and the nights out and stuff like that and the behind the scenes footage, add that in there too. Warning or scammers, you know what I'm saying? Have that as the title, and have these people images up there. Call them out. Let's stop this before it becomes a problem, because unfortunately a girl met up with him. She went out and partied with him, probably for the $500 that he was trying to offer me. Got drunk, and when she was there, he was propositioning her through text message while he's right there with her in person, and she felt uncomfortable, wanted to leave. He Ubered with her to her car. Make a long story short, he assaulted this girl. Make a long story short, his face is on Google. Come to find out, he's been going around posing as Keith Sweat's son. Didn't know that. But he had a whole thing going for himself. And I just wanted to make this video so that girls can avoid him. His new name on Instagram is R&B Don Juan. I believe it's R&B's Don Juan. I'm going to have it on the screen and in the description box below. R&B Don Juan, or R&B's Don Juan, or Don Juan or R&B. It's one of those. But I'm putting it in the description bar and I'm going to have it across the screen. And there's another guy that goes by the name of Keno, K-E-N-O, claims to work with Blue Flame as a body paint artist and a photographer. He hit me up and said he was going to pay me $800 to come do a fully nude body paint shoot that was supposed to go on a flyer at some club. And come to find out, he's a scammer. He's a scam artist too. And these guys are trying to get women out there because they want to harm women. They want to force girls into stuff that they don't want to be in. If you can't come out and proposition a female for, you know, the cutty and the pay to play, and you got to go through all this eccentric and coming up with a occupation and fake pictures and all that stuff, you trying to harm somebody. You crazy. So it's guys out here that's not right in the head, that's coming up with a whole scam, a whole mask of who they are to try to lure women who they feel like are out here trying to make a living for themselves out of their homes into wherever the establishments that they set up out of, to try to, like, it's crazy. It's crazy to see like an actual article where he was successful. That was it for me. And then it was like the one girl that I follow on Instagram, she put up a post about the Keno guy. He go by the same name and everything. She went and like checked his credibility, went to Blue Flame. They said they don't know the guy. They don't know nothing about him. He don't have no affiliation with Blue Flame. Ain't no body paint artist, none of that. She actually went and met up with him and was getting weird vibes and wound up leaving, right? So certain people are lured out in hopes to make this certain amount of money, and like, that's too far. We need to like put these guys on blast, and even if it's women out here doing it too, definitely talk about the women that's out here that may be a part of these scams or these rings, because they could be out here trying to traffic females and using, you know, black people to make us comfortable, to leave our homes and come out because we like, oh, this is, you know, such and such, or this is a black person out here trying to get. I've seen too many stories where they've used black guys to flirt with women, young girls, and girls have turned up missing, and that's all the story is. It's like they was last seen with this person and they trusted them because of the skin, the color of their skin. So this don't matter. This don't matter. And for the women, this don't matter either. I don't care what shade you are in real life, or what shade you in concealer, blush, foundation, girl, color corrector. I'm looking into everybody. I don't care how laid your lace is. That could be because you out here making money out here doing something illegal. They using you, you know what I'm saying, as a cover up to make it look legit and make women comfortable. So be out here on the lookout for women out here too, because there are crazy people that's willing to trick other girls into coming out to parties to come make some money. And go with groups of people, even if they ain't with you physically, incognito. Hold on, y'all, got a call coming through. Hold on, you're gonna call me back real quick, but I'm about to wrap this video up. But definitely had to put that out there. I will have, if I can insert pictures, I'm gonna insert pictures, but I definitely will have their Instagrams below this video. Look out for your fellow model, whatever industry you're in. Look out for the people in that industry. We got to do better. We got to protect one another out here, because like, we just women out here trying to make some money. And if you want that kind of woman, there are women out there who do that for a living. Go pay for it. Go do that to a woman that knows what you're about to try to do to her, or wants what you're coming with. So like I said, he didn't get me. He tried to hit me up again. I ignored him. But yeah, definitely look out for these people, and let's spread the word, ladies. Let's keep each other safe out here. Happy hustling. Book them gigs, ladies. Get that work. Love y'all. I gotta go. I gotta tend to my babies, but I love you guys. Mwah. Later.